starting now.
Daddy,
What?
is this water too hard? No, it's fine. That's fine. If you want to go dump it, you can dump it. Not on the scooter. You like my technique for keeping the labels? I know we're all a bit. What? Did you start it?
Hey, Morgan. That's fine, Margot. Oh, that's cool. Shoot hall, yeah. That's fun. Anyway, I thought I'd try this new concept of just working, having the chat on the screen, and interacting with everybody. If you have any questions, anything like that, I can read them out and everybody can see them after the live stream. And yeah, just something different, I think. Nobody else is doing it, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to do. So don't be surprised if a lot of the video is just quiet or us talking to each other or the kids or something like that. Like I said, it's just something I wanted to try. Something that's different.
Mommy is fan on right now. Why is it sitting out out there?
Listening with your kid, that's cool. Our garage door's open, so you probably hear neighborhood kids and everything else. I don't know if you could see what I'm taking pictures of, but right now I'm working on clothes. So I've got this Adidas shirt that I'm working on. It says tennis back here.
What else clothes you picked up the other day?
These are all, yeah, the dollar clothes. If you watched our, I think it was our last video. Now we usually list or take pictures is this mannequin's already ready. I don't know if you can see it. Ashley's over there like folding and getting stuff ready for the next picture, the next item. This way I don't have to undress the mannequin, redress the mannequin. Ashley's here to help me out with that. Brandon, I already have opted into the guaranteed delivery. The guaranteed part is actually eBay's guarantee, not my guarantee. The only thing I guarantee is that I'm shipping it out same day or next day, and you have the option to choose same day or next day. So I did next day, which is what I'm currently doing. So that's as far as my guarantee goes. And then eBay handles the delivery time frame end of it, so I don't have to worry about that. And if it gets missed because of a post office error or something like that, I believe from what I'm reading and understanding and everything I've heard, eBay is going to handle the guarantee on that end, so and it won't come out of my account or anything. So as far as bumping me up in results, I think what's going to happen there is people in, let's say, Georgia that want this shirt, um, within 2 days, will see listings that will guarantee it in two days. So I think that's where the bump will come in. So people in California that want an item within two days will get localized results. I hope I was. I hope I did a good job in explaining that. My theory on it, anyway. That's my theory on the results end of it. So, truth is, we won't know until the program actually gets started. So. The garage door is open, so all my neighbors are listening, probably. I don't know if you can see me messing around with it.
No, it doesn't look like it. Is it just what's in the box?
Yeah, Brandon, there's no reason why you shouldn't opt in, because the only guarantee you're giving is what you can control. There's a lot of doomsday resellers out there that are thinking the worst about it and how eBay is going to screw them over, and really they're the ones that are looking for shortcuts, and they're just not very good sellers. So nothing to worry about, I don't think. Now let's look at that one. Kind of cool.
What's really cool is the inside, how it's all, it's like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's almost unfinished.
Right.
I don't know if that'll come out, but there's all
You can see
all the
the,
threading and the actual
you can see the,
it's not one piece of cloth. It's cool. Definitely vintage. It's one of the Guayabera shirts we picked up. This is authentic Mexican.
Well, it has a spot on it.
I can't even see it.
I think it's
Come up with a better solution to this hook. Flipping higher on items, so you don't have to work so hard. Yeah, I mean, the problem with higher dollar items is finding them consistently. Um, and I can find them consistently at like auctions and sometimes at the flea market. Really wouldn't call it consistent, but that's the issue now is consistently finding those higher dollar items, and I'm finding them more consistently, but not consistent enough to not sell lower end stuff.
The bread and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to keep up the bread and butter too.
Right.
Do you see?
Let's see.
Hmm.
Start with the camera's picking it up.
I don't know.
Sniped off of eBay. Yeah. I thought about it, and I may one day. Right now I'm kind of going through a phase where I'm trying everything. We're going back to old things like we've sent in some FBA shipments this month, which is paying off. But I feel like to snipe off of eBay, I don't know. Then I'm sitting home all day. I don't really like to be home. I'd rather be out and finding stuff, especially because I don't really talk to anybody. So it's my way of interacting with other humans is to go out. So, well, you see this?
No, but
That might come out.
yeah, try and watch. Oh.
Don't take the mannequin. No, I don't know where you were. Here? Sorry if it looks weird, like I'm constantly looking off screen. I'm just checking the chat to see if anything else is coming in. I'm not crazy. I guess that's debatable.
Have you ever had a PayPal Capital One?
Just the one PayPal Capital loan. Yeah, we're still working on paying that off. That was our moving fund, basically. So yeah. The issue is we use that money for things other than buying inventory, so our sales have not gone up necessarily because of that. Well, for sure not with that, but since our sales haven't gone up, we haven't paid it back as fast as we'd like. This type keeps popping up. Very worth. What's your question? Hey, you've got the flu.
Oh no.
That's no good.
The fly?
Oh, okay.
She's gonna be the file.
Big perm. Is my hair messed up? Let's see. It's sweaty, I'll tell you that. Now I gotta go get a towel.
A towel?
Oh, look, I made a nice and convenient for you. Here.
Yeah. Brandon, if you're going to use the PayPal Capital loan for truly for working capital to buy inventory, then I don't see any reason not to. It's the best repayment schedule around. So you want to take Barry Worth's question? If my wife has told me she doesn't love me but is still willing to have sex with me, should I let her? I say any way you can get it, get it. How's that?
Yeah, I'm probably on the same. I mean, if you're still legally married, there's a.
What's love got to do with it?
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut.
What does your gut say?
Depends on the cost. Yeah, that's true. If there's any favors you have to do in repayments, so for those of you just tuning in or checking this out, basically I'm just I'm working and I've got the chat up and hopefully you can see the chat on the screen. If not, I've done something wrong, and I can glance over the screen's big enough where I can just read the chat from where I am. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, type them in.
You don't wanna do this one, you wanna do this
Yes.
one.
Yeah, you can't see me working, so you know I do this stuff for real. And it's a somewhat nice day out, as Scott can attest to, because he's only about 20 minutes away.
It's the nicest day in the town in a long time.
And we've got the garage door open, so nice light. Good day to be a fly on the wall. Barry says, my gut's telling me, let me get this on. Gut's telling me she's trying to kill me with a heart attack and pass it off as lovemaking.
Huh.
Then you've got bigger issues
Right, yeah.
than sex there, my friend.
Yes.
And Scott hasn't been outside all day. Get outside, go walking or ride that bike like you want to do.
Scott wants to ride a bike.
Yeah, he wants to ride a bike just one time. Or that's his bucket list. Just want to ride a bike. Denise, how are we liking Alabama?
We have good days and bad days.
Yeah, good and bad. Mostly good. I mean,
Yeah, overall.
it's nice. The weather's different. It's hotter. The people generally are nicer.
Generally.
I was going to ride the bike at 6. The picking is better, so the payoff with that is starting to come through now, where we're getting more consistent, and it's getting easier. We're able to pay our bills, which is good. Now it's just getting ahead, and so I am glad I made the move,
Yeah.
just because of the picking. Picking is so much better. If the picking were like this in North Carolina, I don't know that we would have left. because North Carolina is very nice, but it's very expensive. So Scott's gonna ride the bike at 6 o'clock. Did you go to like Make a Wish Foundation or something to get that dream? And yes, we get to hang out with Scott and Dusty, and occasionally, yeah. And
Did you see this?
it's fun. I'd like to get to more auctions and do more guys' nights and things like that.
Oh, I like photo that. You saw this?
I know Scott's always looking for somebody to hang out with when he's in town. That's the problem with Scott is I can never seem to catch him when he's here. This is what we do.
Just trying to see what he's thinking about going to Philly and Jersey next week.
Oh,
Why?
that's where we're from.
I'm kidding. It's nice.
It's not nice anymore.
There are parts that are nice.
We're originally from the shore, what the New Yorkers call it, Jersey Shore, and it's nothing like the TV show, and the people on that TV show are not even from New Jersey.
No, they're New York.
They're New Yorkers. If you go to Philly, stop at Geno's. Everybody knows Geno's for their cheesesteaks. Every place in New Jersey we like to eat closed down. There used to be this place called Pizza Charlie's. He was absolutely insane, but he made a good pizza. You been to Geno's? I think if you go to Philly, you have to go to Geno's. It's a law or something. The traffic in New Jersey actually is not that bad. Depends on where you go. Yeah. This time of year, if you go to the shore on the weekend, you're going to be sitting in traffic for hours.
That was just crazy.
But like South Jersey, it's mostly farmland, so traffic really is not that bad. You might have to wait for some cows every now and again. Thrifty.
What?
Thrifty Miser said, I'd go, but I'm afraid to leave my i8 in the parking lot. Sometimes I'm concerned about leaving my minivan in the parking lot. Some places. Yeah, I still got to go get my license. My driver's license, so I can go get. I think I do want to get a gun license. Then we can go shooting.
Really? Is that a thing you do now?
No, probably not. Stop like I.
Oh, this shop. The shop. I don't know if it's a thing or if it's just.
I think it's stuff in it.
This shirt is very wrinkled, but it's new with tags, so I can't wash it. I'm too lazy to get this to
Made so much money selling at the gyms. Sure.
What?
Can hire his own private ninja.
Who?
50 miles out.
Nice.
And the bus is here.
There's our oldest coming home.
Nice thing about living in a small town is they drop you off right at your house.
They literally. Why are you wearing this sweatshirt?
Yeah, that's bad.
What? Do you want? Alright. I
Yeah.
guess. Bella,
Waiting for your kid to turn 3 so you can put her to work.
what?
Waiting for my kid to turn 3 so I can put her to work. Here's the comments. We used to have our kids help out at the thrift store when we had the thrift store back in North Carolina. Travis still helps out with stuff, carrying stuff. Like if we buy a storage locker, he'll go and help us unload it. And sometimes he helps like with shipping, like carrying stuff to the car, things like that. The little ones, when we had the store, they would help just clean and organize and things that, you know, a 4 and 5-year-old can do.
Now we do most of the work while they're at school.
Yeah. Best time to get stuff done. How many picks do I take of clothing? 3 to 5? Maybe up to 6 or 7 if there's a stain on it that I didn't catch.
Depends what it is too.
Yeah.
Like the what are those shirts? The Robert Graham shirts that have the detailed work.
The flip cuff. And
There's
all that.
yeah. We'll take extra pictures of that.
Or like suit jackets to get a picture of, you know, the inside, the pits, and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
But what I'll do, like with this T-shirt, just took a picture of it.
At the front.
Looks like that, this way, and I'll just crop it if I need more pictures. So instead of coming in and taking another picture of the big R on it, I'll just crop it on eBay. I try to get through it as fast as I can because this really is not my favorite part of reselling.
You know, What?
Like I just noticed a spot on this shirt. So I just took a quick picture of it. I don't know if that's come. Yeah, there it is. I think it's like gum or something, but just take a quick picture of that because the camera usually won't pick that up when I'm that far back.
Lost in the weather.
In English, we have one test and 3 papers, and I still don't understand English. You just raise it.
There's nothing worse than using your phone to take a picture and you accidentally switch it to selfie mode and then you pick your phone up and you're staring at yourself. That's always fun.
No.
because I didn't set it for me. Put it back.
Well, I found it.
Put it back.
I'll have some of that.
No.
Bring your key.
So here's another Guy Barra shirt. This one's only a 2-pocket, but it's got the stuff running down the sides. And it's actually like a Mexican made brand. It's vintage.
Phones.
Yeah.
Yes, it's lucky.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
because Samsung only makes phones for Sprint. So it's
I thought you did the jacket already.
we actually went down to Sprint
Yesterday.
yesterday to talk about upgrading and what my options are and things like that. I still have to pay for a phone, which, okay. But
Go ahead.
Sprint's got this lease program,
Uh-huh.
and if at the end of your 2-year lease, which is basically another way of saying a contract, but give me back my phone, the phone has to be apparently returned in impeccable shape.
It's not.
And I dropped my phone, and
A couple times.
like it's all broken in the back, and no, wait, that's camera. And like the front top has like that. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna charge me $149.
No.
Where are you at year to year on my seller dashboard? When I checked earlier this morning, I was at 14% year over year on the positive. So we're up. But I think that year over year is just year over year compared to this week last year. I don't think it's a.
No. There's a camera up there.
Sorry, my son's in here.
That's all you hear.
Being a jerk.
He's not using that one. Go.
Get out of here.
Shoot.
Get out of here.
Charles.
Yes.
1250, 487% year to year. Either you were really terrible last year, or you're doing really well this year.
What do you just took a picture of that. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna put the jacket on. Spiky says, I'm in New Jersey. I don't know why anybody would want to come here. Very reseller heavy.
Yes. I
Well,
can see that.
when we were living there, I wouldn't say it was very reseller heavy.
Yeah, but when we were living there, it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now, either.
That's true. Spiky, where about in New Jersey? You don't have to give me a town, just north, south, on the beach, by Philly, by New York, TV. If you want it, if you know, I'm not.
Wow, that'd be nice.
To be in
Europe.
Europe, yeah.
How come we don't go to Europe?
Because
Yeah.
then we can't list anything.
You kidding? I wouldn't take you.
Why not? See, one day I'll go to Europe.
Okay.
When I play professional soccer.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm not taking you guys.
Alright.
The club pays.
South near Philly, yeah. I would imagine there'd be a lot of resellers down there. It's like where all the flea markets are too. Yeah.
Oh, what kind of foot?
So pin up that shirt. Go to Prague. Who's not going to Prague?
Is that Bella's working?
Yep.
What's she working at?
Not bad.
Scottsdale? Oh, is that who she's working at?
What?
It's like the Three Stooges in here.
I might be able to ride trucks now. No, they have a window to their house. No, they will ride Austin's kinda. That's
that? I don't
bigger.
think so. Is that good?
It's good.
You're welcome.
Mommy, I can get down trucks. Just kiss.
Okay, take that.
If you're smaller, we'll see.
Kylie, what are you gonna change for soccer?
One front loop. I have so much trouble.
Tijuana. No, you know, we've been to eastern Mexico a couple times. I like that area a lot. Describe what you do once all the photos are taken. This from your phone. I do transfer to my laptop. I don't like listing on the phone. Nothing against those that do list on the phone. I just find it to be cumbersome and I'm much faster on the computer. And so I transferred. But I do take all my pictures at once, so that I only have to transfer one time. Please.
Yeah, I put it aside so you had like.
What is right here?
What? It's better than being in the middle of the road.
Maddox, put it down here. Get it fixed. There you go.
Well, this one has a stain right here. You pointed that out to me already?
I don't know. Did I?
I looked at the sun with these glasses. It's just a yellow circle.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
When we get on the trampoline so I can bounce on it. See? I want to look back and put the right on it. Let's use my yellow, my orange sharp. My teacher had a Sharpie. It has like this side green, this side pink, this side yellow.
Okay.
That's weird. And yeah, I have one.
Yeah, Thrifty, it's nice to have Ashley work with me because I just did 23, 24 shirts in about 30 minutes or so. But it is nice just to have her around. And I kind of like her, kind of.
Uh-huh.
However, security is also nice, so you have to weigh that out. If your wife is capable of making, a career out of something and bringing home a consistent paycheck, sometimes that's a better route to go, depending on your own work ethic and things like that. Anybody? Well, I'm surprised Scott hasn't piped in yet about Amazon FBA. We started sending back stuff to Amazon, and what I've noticed, we've sent stuff in that's we had listed merchant fulfilled, and we were struggling to get $400 a week in sales. We sent in, it's the same inventory, and now it's FBA, and last week we cleared running 7-day total, we've cleared $900. We've only got like 50 items in there right now, so we're boosting that up. The original plan was just for fourth quarter, but we'll see how long it goes. If it stays hot beyond fourth quarter, then we'll just keep riding it until things cool down. What we are not doing is just sending in anything that makes money. We're paying very close attention to sales rank and camel information and things like that. How many sellers are on Amazon? We're not just buying anything to send it in, because it says right at that moment that you can make 40 or 50 on an item.
There's even been times we've gone on in and looked at each seller selling a particular item just to see what each seller has it listed for and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, we're being very picky.
And I'm sure Scott can attest to that. You don't want to just send in any old thing. Your net profit's only 20%. Oh, that's right. You're retail arbitraging. My net profit's like 5,000. It's crazy. But I'm buying stuff at thrift stores, so there's a big difference. The thing about retail arbitrage that is scary to me is your competition can increase overnight. Because all the Walmarts run the same clearance stuff, at least on a regional basis. So, you know, you can have an item that's in Amazon that might only have 12 sellers, and then the next, you know, the next week it can have 40 or 50 and keep going up from there. Oh, that's after paying himself and expenses and costs. Okay, that makes sense. Next, I'm going to take a picture of a game.
Yeah, we still have to take pictures of it.
This is the last thing.
I was gonna say, I thought we did it all. Really? Theme song.
At least a
over
different
again.
piece of paper.
Hold on.
I need to get writing again.
Hold on.
We need to get writing again.
Yes, I like doing that. I'm sitting on a container for this.
I started to insert myself.
Small what?
Mom, you're taking so slowly. Are you Xing out my stuff? Better not be Xing out my stuff. Why did you guys got those numbers and X's? I figured it out.
Oh, it's the way. It's that insert. Oh.
Where's the notes? Isn't it just bigger? One plus three. Pretty hard answer. It isn't. That's why I'm just figuring it out. Wait, is it 11? This is 11. This 9 plus 3.
I don't believe there's anything else. There's that track. Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. I'm done taking pictures, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks, y'all, for stopping in, and hopefully,
Let us know what you think.
yeah, let us know what you think.
Style.
If you like this, then I'll continue to do it. So I think it's kind of cool. I can actually interact with you guys. People in the future can see the chat on the screen, and yeah, so leave your comments. Let me know if you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. And if you haven't subscribed, you know the drill. I say it every freaking video. So, all right, guys. See you later.